Fucking hell, folks. The Grammy was yesterday. And, of course, I was a little bit disappointed. Do you know what I mean? Taylor Swift didn't win a single award. Like, I get that people are fed up with Taylor Swift winning Album of the Year. But the reason why she wins Album of the Year time after time is mostly because she deserves them. Do you know what I mean? And, it wasn't the worst thing that the Rolling Stones won Best Rock Album, because it's better than the Rolling Stones win it than Jack White or whatever other artists. But it was the Black Crowes that deserved that award and not the Rolling Stones. Like, Hackney Diamonds, it is the worst Rolling Stones album. It's just 2 songs on it is only 2 songs on there that you can call songs. That is actually 2 very good songs, but rest of Hackney Diamonds is not music, man. Which is 110% because it is without Charlie Watts drumming. Without Charlie Watts, the Rolling Stones is not worth going on them anymore. They should bury the hatchet and the Rolling Stones should retire. They should have retired the minute Charlie Watts died, in my opinion. I think so. You can't have a Rolling Stones album. You can't have a good Rolling Stones album without having Charlie Watts drumming on it. And that's what destroys Hackney Diamonds, because the reason why Hackney Diamonds was a terrible album was because of Charlie Watts wasn't on there. Do you know what I mean? Like, one of the most important part of the Rolling Stones sound wasn't on there. That makes it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Like, the songwriting and all that, angry, and every song on that album is very well written, but it sounds crap. Because Charlie Watts, which is the only drummer that works for the Rolling Stones, is not on there. And Steve Jordan is one of the most terrible drummers ever. Do you know what I mean? Steve Jordan is he drums way too hard. He thinks he's fucking John Bonham or whatever. He always plays out of time. He speeds up, he slows down completely randomly, and he doesn't have any feel like Charlie Watts did. Charlie Watts is one of, if not the greatest drummer of all time in the world that has ever walked the planet. And I'm so sick of it. Those idiot fucking stupid Beehives, which is the most brain dead fan base ever, always whining about, Beyonce never won Album of the Year. She has won the most Grammys of all time. She can't get everything. Do you know what I mean? When she wins, like, a Grammy is a fucking Grammy, no matter what. Like, you can't expect the Grammys to give her every fucking award. Do you know what I mean? They're so, like, Beehives is so ridiculously unsatisfied and unthankful with everything, absolutely anything. Like, if I say that Taylor Swift is overrated, which she's definitely not on the internet, no Swifties would ever respond or care. But if you say that about Beyonce, like, the Beehives would fucking whine the hell out of you. Do you know what I mean? They're absolutely the most toxic fan base ever. And Beyonce is the most overrated artist of... Beyonce is not even an artist, but, like, Beyonce is the most overrated recording person of all time in the world. but she has never made an album because she don't write music, she don't make music, she don't make albums, she don't make songs. It's just air garbage, plastic, mass-produced air garbage just made to sell. And that is sounding like, sounds what it is. Like, it sounds like it's like made for directing into certain brainwashed girls that doesn't know anything about music. So, and she finally won Album of the Year this time around. And I'm just so sick of people just deep-throating those, sorry for my language, but I'm so sick of people like giving after beehives that whine. Like, they whine so many things, and they call it racist because she haven't won Album of the Year. Like, if she was an artist that had won 1 or 2 times, then I can understand you. That the reason why you think it's racist that she hasn't won Album of the Year. But she has won more than everybody else ever. She has won the most prestigious music award than anybody else ever. And you are calling it racist just because she didn't win a specific category. Fuckers, fuck off. Idiots, man. And what else can I say? Sabrina Carpenter won best pop vocal album with Short and Sweet. I can see that. It wasn't too bad of a I can see that. It wasn't too bad of a choice for the Grammy to give the award to her, really. I don't remember what other nominees that were from there, but I can see that. I don't think that is the worst thing. It was definitely a good album. I haven't heard the entire album, of course, but things I heard is quite solid, man. And it's so tragically that Taylor Swift didn't win anything. I think that is, yeah. And I think, even though it's 2 years ago, I still think Guts could have won something by Olivia Rodrigo. I think she could. I think that album, maybe it was nominated last year, alright, but then I can get the benefit of the doubt. But also, just take this also. The Black Crowes, in my opinion, had the best album of the year. So that they didn't even win Best Rock Album is just atrocious. It's just a travesty, really. But the thing is, I haven't heard the Tortured Poets Department. I haven't heard any. I haven't even heard Brat. I haven't heard a single song from the Chappell Roan album. But I just think Chappell Roan album. But even though I haven't had time to listen to all of them, but I think Album of the Year actually belong to Chappell Roan, I think, because the cultural thing behind her with that album is just the cultural. I just think she deserved Album of the Year because I think what she presents and what she stands for and like, it could open for so many new artists to come, and it could be a revolution in the modern mainstream music industry. And Brat also had a lot of potential, and I actually heard 2 songs from Brat, and those 2 songs is actually pretty solid. But I think Chappell Roan might deserve that one, even though Brat was technically the album of the year because it was an entire cultural movement. But I think it is technically Chappell Roan that deserved album of the year because because it would be the most fair, because like Charlie XCX is like a legacy artist compared to Chappell Roan. Chappell Roan is quite new, especially in the modern especially in the mainstream. But I think, but when it comes to the best album of the year, that is a whole another question. It's definitely not Cardboard Carter, because it's not even music. But the Torture Poets department, like, of those nominees that were nominated, it was the Torture Poets department that was definitely the best. Even though I haven't heard it in full, but those snippets and the one and two songs, the two songs I've heard and those snippets I heard of Torture Poets departments is pretty solid. But the thing is, like the Torture Poets department is definitely the strongest album of those. That is definitely the most strongest album of those album. That is definitely the most strongest album of those album that were nominated for album of the year. But the Black Crowes, in my opinion, had that definitely best, and I've heard that's the only album by the Black Crowes I've heard in complete full from start to finish. I heard it many times. It's absolutely rock and roll royalty. Like, Happiness Bastards by the Black Crowes is one of the best albums ever made in the world. I think Happiness Bastards definitely deserved Rock Album of the Year. And, it could be worse, Jack White and all those other rock artists could have won it instead of the Rolling Stones. So it's not that bad, really, because I think the Rolling Stones deserved a Grammy in general for their longevity and the other great albums they have made back in the day that they haven't gotten any Grammys for. Do you know what I mean? But, and it's also some albums that deserved to win but didn't got nominated. Like, it's many artists that I think that should be nominated for certain categories. Like, for example, I think definitely the Liam Gallagher John Squire album definitely deserved to be. I definitely think that the Liam Gallagher John Squire album definitely deserved best rock album. The Liam Gallagher and John Squire collaboration definitely deserved best rock album nomination, not winning, but I think the Liam Gallagher John Squire collab deserved a nomination for best rock album indeed, because it was that good, and I think it is one of the best albums of 2024 without a doubt, no competition. I like it. Of course, it's a lot of competition, but the Liam Gallagher and John Squire collab is one of the best albums of 2024 and definitely deserved to be nominated at least to best rock album and maybe also even album of the year. But I have kind of a feeling that they only nominate. Mainstream modern mainstream artists instead of rock artists, so they kind of divide between that. But it's other artists, like it's many like I think many people that got snubbed for Song of the Year. I think even though it's just because they are one of my favorite bands of all time, but I think Paradise Row with I think Null and Void, or Lay Me Down. I think Paradise Row with Null and Void deserved album. Now I think Paradise Row with Null and Void deserved Song of the Year, indeed, or Rock Song of the Year. I'm not so sure Null and Void came out in 2024 when it came out, but I think If You Want To came out. I don't remember, but it's so many great artists, Jermaine. It's so many great artists. But from other previous Grammys, I don't remember when the Guest List Loose Tongue music video came out. I can go and search for it. Loose Tongue. Loose Tongue, the Guest List. Yeah, I think Loose Tongue by the Guest List is the greatest music video of all time on YouTube, and I think that music video deserved to be best music video. I think that video there deserved indeed that, and I think, you know what I mean. I think also, and I think Rap Song of the Year with Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, couldn't be a better really win for, it couldn't be a more deserved win for Kendrick Lamar. I think it was either Houdini by Eminem or Kendrick Lamar that deserved it. I think both songs were pretty solid. I think Eminem and Kendrick Lamar is two of the three rap artists that I categorize as artists, and they're actually pretty good. But maybe Not Like Us, it was good. But if I'm gonna be very honest with myself, and if I'm gonna have been chosen myself, I would choose Houdini by Eminem way over Not Like Us, because I think that was way more catchy. But Not Like Us is also very solid. You know what I mean? It's Kendrick Lamar after all. He is a self-made artist. You know what I mean? But I hope you like what you heard. And also, I'm not finished yet. And also the problem is with the Grammys is that how the hell, like I ask you guys who see this video, is it a difference between the premiere Grammy ceremony and another Grammy ceremony that I've completely lost? Because I tried yesterday so hard to find the Grammy ceremony, and I could only find the red carpet and the premiere ceremony on the Grammy the Grammy YouTube channel. But the thing is, when I watched the premiere, I couldn't. The reason why I don't think it's the same ceremony, like same Grammy ceremony, is because when I saw the premiere, I only saw those small, non-important music categories. Like for example, like for example, best rock album and all that. Because when I see back on it, like videos of the main categories, who won the main categories from that part of the ceremony, it's a completely different layout, like it's completely different background on, like it's another color on the background of the stage, and it's like looks quite different, and it's and the people in the audience sits like way more, it's way better space between the seats and all. I think it's just looks so weird because when I fast forward in the Grammy ceremony, I couldn't see any type of that kind of layout of the Grammy ceremony. It looked completely different. It was black, and it was Justin Tranter. Justin Tranter. That was, and it was Justin Tranter that was presenting the show, and I couldn't see who won album of the year, record of the year, song of the year, like all the big categories. I couldn't see it, and when I searched on the internet who won album of the year, and I saw all the winners, but those I didn't those I haven't seen who won yet, didn't stand on who has won. It didn't stand who won those categories that I didn't see on Google either. So I was so perplexed, you know what I mean? Because it was so annoying because I so wanted to see that, the main categories. And it was definitely, and also the main Grammy ceremony, like where the main categories were announced, wasn't on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Because and the most even more annoying than that is when I search on the internet, is the Grammy ceremony gonna be shown on YouTube, and it said yes, it's gonna be shown on YouTube. It stood on Google, and still I can't find anything of it. Do you know what I mean? I just and the reason I didn't go on CBS on like linear TV is because I have no idea where on what number on my linear TV that channel is, and I'm not sure if I even have that channel. So it was such a mess. Do you know what I mean? I so wanted to see the main categories winning, and it was Taylor Swift hosting, all those great artists that I love so dearly, and I couldn't find anything of it. It was so goddamn exhausting, and it's so annoying. Like, it's like the most fake fucking award ceremony and award in general. When I start my 5-piece band, lad rock band, I hope we don't get a Grammy, except if we get album of the year, then I would accept it. But I would not accept any other type of Grammys. Absolutely not. That you can just forget.